Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's do a complete beginner's guide to TCG Card Shop Simulator, shall we? This is a game I've been playing a ton of on the channel. In fact, I'll put my Let's Play series link in the description below. It shows my very first time booting it up and all the way that I've been playing it every single episode, and I've been loving it. This game is early access, but it still has so much cool content, and it's getting updates, which is very exciting. I think there's a lot here. It's definitely worth playing, but there are many tips and tricks and just overall points of strategy, quality of life that I kind of wish that I knew at the beginning, and that I have learned over time by trial and error, by awesome people in the YouTube comments, and by looking at some other content that's out there on this game. So what we're going to do in this guide is start up a brand new game so that you can play along, or you can just kind of check it out and see if this is the kind of game you're interested in playing. And we're going to explain everything about the game: the UI, the controls, the basics, the fundamentals of how to price, how to stock, how to do everything. And I'm going to explain my thought process for the choices that I'm making, and kind of unpack some details about the tutorial and the game that aren't very clear at first to new players. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'm not going to min-max and tell you, oh, this is exactly the order that you need to go. But instead, I'm rather just going to kind of play through the game naturally and explain things as they emerge, and allow you to play however you'd like, but armed with a great knowledge of the fundamentals of the game. So if that sounds good, sit back, relax, we're going to dive in right now. Now, right now, it's telling me, oh my gosh, a save file exists. Do you want to delete the save file and start a new shop? Well, it's going to delete our autosave file, but it's not going to delete our shop. And there are multiple places. I believe you can have 4 different save files in the game. So make sure, if you do want to start up another shop, that you save your game manually into another slot beyond the autosave slot. Actually, now that I think about it, you get autosave and then you get save 1, 2, and 3. So you can have 3 manual saves and the autosave. So if you want to have a friend or somebody else play on your account, you could do that. Now, the other thing I need to say before we begin is that, indeed, you could see the roadmap on the right side of the screen. These are all kind of features that the developer plans to add as the game gets closer to full release. This is version 0.42. This is early access, so some of this information might become outdated if the game gets massive changes and massive updates. If the game gets overhauled entirely, I will probably just make a new guide series, but for now, and for as long as I've been playing, all of this information holds true. Alright, so let's go ahead and confirm. So we're going to load up our brand new shop, and here we are. So on the left side of the screen, they're telling you, controls for, if you want to use a controller, you could play the game using a gamepad. I'm playing on PC, and I'm just going to use mouse and keyboard. Now, you can use WASD to move around. You can also use the arrow keys to move around, or you can use a controller, and the game will dynamically update the controls to reflect whatever you're pushing buttons on. You can jump with spacebar, and you can hold shift to run, which is awesome. Now, in the beginning of the game, you are standing, each day when you load up, you'll kind of start outside your shop right here, and you could see it, and you need to go in, open up for business. You're in this little neighborhood here. You can actually walk around and explore this for your own amusement. There's no point in doing that, but you can. And as you stand inside this ring, it tells you, I quit my day job to open my own card game store. This is it. Time to get down to business. All right. So we're going to try to make it with a card game store. And you need to select what is your shop going to be called. And we're going to call this tutorial shop. And you confirm the name, and then look, it's up there on our sign. Now in the upper left, you can see that they've given us a task. It says open your phone and stock up on card packs. So it's 8 a.m. as you can see in the upper left too. It's day 1, 8 a.m. Until we open the store, time is paused. Like, these people are moving around. This person actually wants to come into our store, but it's not open, so they're just kind of like looking around and they're going to leave. But what's nice is you could just take advantage of this time to do what you want and set up and not be stressed at all. So let's come into our shop. Our shop is obviously very bare bones. We don't have much. We have our cash register here, and we have one shelf that we can put things on. So let me talk to you a little bit about the UI before we get started. So we already talked about the upper left corner where you're going to see your objectives. Those will eventually fade away. Like, there's some tutorial stuff and some goals that they set at the very start of the game that are helpful, but those will drop off as you get further and you won't see them again. In the upper right, you're going to see your shop level and your money. Now, the shop level is important because as you gain experience and gain levels, you'll be able to buy more products and features for your store. You get experience by doing store-related things like selling items to customers or opening card packs, for example. In the bottom left, you can see that it says push tab to open your phone, and that's actually what our task is asking us to do, is to open the phone. And you could push R to open up your card album. So I'm going to push tab to open the phone. The game is very cool and modern in that everything is done via an app on your phone. In a simulator game that I played a ton of, Supermarket Simulator, for example, you do that via like a PC. But this game, you've got like your little phone here that you do things on. And there's different apps. This tabletop app actually just got added pretty recently and lets you buy and sell board games at your shop. Stock order is what we want to do right now, though. So it says stock up on card packs. So we're going to click this app right here. And it takes us to this screen, which is the Tetramon Duel Master, distributor website, I guess. And we can buy booster packs to sell at our shop. Now, this screen defaults to booster packs in this categorical tab that you see on the top. You can push all to put every single item type. Booster pack is what we want right now. But you can also sell accessories like cleansers and sleeves and dice and deck boxes and all kinds of other things that card shops would have, and even like stuffed figurines. But we only have enough money right now and enough licenses to buy the basic card pack. What does that mean? Well, let's talk about this. Number one, you have to have a license that you need to buy first before you can sell a product type. So let's say I wanted to buy boxes of these boosters. I would need shop level 3, so I'm only level 1, so I can't even get it. But then you also have to buy the license, and that price is listed in green, and the icon has, it'll have a kind of a green check mark here that you have to pay this cost first, and then you can buy the item and sell it in your store. So if I buy this basic card pack, I'm going to get a box of cards that has 32 packs inside, and it's going to cost me $55.68. You see in the upper right, we started with $1,000. And you need to click this little shopping cart icon below this to buy it. And how many do we want to buy? Let's buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes. Now that's a lot. Right? Like, why am I buying so many? I'm buying so many because you need to have something to sell. And I don't have access to anything else. If I go to accessories, I can't buy anything here because the shop level requirement is too high. Same thing here, and the money is too high. So I might as well buy a bunch so I can sell it. You could even buy more than this, but let's just buy 6 for right now. And I'm going to buy 6. It's going to cost me $334.08. I'm going to put it in the cart. But once you get it to the cart, as you can see in the upper right, it has a little badge with the number 6 of how many items you have in your cart. You click on the cart, and there's a delivery fee. So there is a delivery fee that if I go down and I say, let's just buy 1 box, the minimum is $5. And then it scales up with the more items that you add. So if I get 6, it goes to 12, or 7 to 14, and so on. But it's still better than if I bought 5 instances of boxes and paid $5 delivery fee. I'd be paying $30. Instead, I can get 6 for $12. So this is a savings. What this means is when you buy in this game, you always want to buy in bulk. You at least, even if you're ordering just something small, you at least want to order 2 items. If you order 2 items, you still get the $5 delivery fee. So it's like you get 1 for free, basically. And then it kind of starts to go up as you add on items. So it's going to actually cost $346.08. So always look at the cart and look at the final cost to make a determination and purchase. And then you could see that this went down and, hey, our shop level went up. So remember I said you got experience from doing shop-related things. Well, that even includes just buying inventory for your store. So we got a little bit of experience there. I'm going to push escape to get out of the phone. And in this game, delivery happens instantly. Like Amazon drones just fly around and drop this stuff. So as soon as you order it, boom, it's here. It is worth explaining that if you're coming from, maybe Supermarket Simulator or other games, you can buy things at any time and have it delivered. In that game, if you order things past 9 p.m., it doesn't even let you order things past 9 p.m. But in this game, you can. Now, once you go outside, you're going to see all these boxes. No one will steal these boxes from you. You do not have to worry about that. And you can leave these out here for at least a day, and they won't disappear or anything like that. But don't leave them out here too long, because I don't want them to disappear and you to lose your stuff. But as far as I've seen, I've actually never seen them despawn, but I've never tempted fate either. So I'm going to put this back down, actually, and just talk to you about the controls for boxes. So you just left-click any box, and you pick it up. You can then, once you have a box, I can come inside and I could push F and just throw it, or I can push Q and just strategically put it like wherever I want. But you can also right-click on a box and just like open it up, and then right-click again to just take one pack out if you wanted for some reason. And then you could push left-click to put it back in. Now, I'm going to pick up the whole box with left-click, and the other thing you can do is stock your shelves. I can also actually just push R again to close the box if I want to just be neat and tidy with it. I'm going to push R to open it up, and I'm going to then go over to my shelf. I only have one, and I'm going to just point at it and hold left-click and just start dumping these items onto the shelf. And this shelf is the basic shelf, but it's great. It can hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different items, and 32 booster packs deep it goes. So we're going to be able to put all of our inventory on the shelf. Now I have this empty box in my hands. You can save a box if you want to easily move things around on your shelves when you get more items. And in this game, unlike, for example, Supermarket Simulator, you can put any item in any box, but you can't put different types of items in the same box. So you can use a box to move stuff around, even if it's not the original box that it came in. But I don't need this box for right now. I'm only selling boosters. So I'm going to walk over here and put this in the trash can. The trash can is located right by your front door. And when you get close to it, it has like a green outline on it. Means you can interact with it. And I'm just going to left click and you throw it away. And hi, this guy really wants to come in. I'm going to pick up another box and I'm going to push R. And I'm going to start I'm going to fill up all of my shelves with all of my stuff. And you can run if you want to, holding shift. You cannot pick up more than one box at a time. You can put inventory on this top shelf. So if you were curious, yes, you can put stuff up there. Now, we'll talk about pricing and everything in a moment, but I just want to get my shelves all stocked with the inventory that we bought first. And remember, until I actually open my store, it's 8 a.m. Time is frozen, so I don't have to worry. Here we go. Tremendous. Okay. So now, my stock is all on the shelf. It's fully loaded. And in the upper left, you're going to see it says set the item price higher than the market price to be profitable. So what does that mean? Well, anytime you put a new item on a shelf, there will be this tag that appears that has a red exclamation point. Now, if you've already priced the item, then it will remember what price you set and automatically load that up. But we haven't set this price. It's telling you, it shows you a picture of the item that's on the shelf. So even if this is empty, it'll tell you what was here. And this 32 is the item count. So there's 32 packs. As people buy, this number will drop, and you can just visually see then like how many packs exactly you have. If I left click on this, it goes to this set price window. Now it tells you the average cost. That's like I bought this in bulk from the distributor, and I was paying like roughly $1.74 per pack. The market price for these boosters is $3.21 per pack. So that's like the average that other shops are selling it for. If I just click this market price button, I could sell it exactly at the market price, and I would make $1.47 profit per pack sold, which is very good. But what I find is that I can usually sell most items for 10% above the market price. So I just click this green button that says 10%, and now we get to $3.53. But what I do next is I click this button that says round, and it's going to round it up to $4, but that's too much. I don't want to go to $4, but I want a nice, clean, even number, because when I go to make change at the cash register, I don't want to deal with pennies. I want to do the most round, smooth, whole number that I can, so that doing change and making change is easy. So I'm going to go back to the market price, and I'm going to go to 10%. And you see it's so close to $3.50. I'm just going to make these cost $3.50. This is a beautiful number because I don't even now have to deal with nickels or dimes. I can just use quarters or 50-cent pieces. And I'm going to be like, okay, this is a good price, and I make $1.76 per pack, and I say done. That will dynamically update every single item because they're all the same type, and put a $3.50 price on it. Now, I say that you can do 10%, and usually you can, but what you want to do then is just pay attention to the kind of dialogue bubbles that appear above people's heads, or the phrases that appear above your customers' heads, and they'll make responses to the prices. They might be like, oh, this is a good price. And that means you're about right. If they say it's too expensive, you might need to adjust it. And if they say this is really cheap, then you might need to raise it because you aren't making as much money as you possibly could. So now that we have all of our items put out, the task in the upper left says, let customers in by switching the sign on the window to open. So we're going to do that. You just walk over to the sign and click it with left click, and it flips over and you're open. Now, what we need to do, as it says in the upper left, is to man the cashier. So you go behind the cash register, and you see how if I point at this screen, it has a green outline. To actually check people out, you need to click on this, and then you step up to it, and you can start checking people out. But if you just walk away from it, then you can get away from the cash register, but you won't be able to check people out until you come back, click on it. Once you're logged into the cash register, now when I look at it, you see there's no green outline, and I'm kind of like stuck in place. And here comes my customer. She just said good price, so our price is good. Look at this. This guy wants to buy this many packs. So now what you need to do is scan the items. You just left click on them, and you scan it. One card, one pack, $3.50, and it went into his bag. But here's a trick. You can just hold left click and just rapidly scan them by aiming at them. And then he wants to pay you with a credit card. Just left click his credit card, and you can see the price right here. It's $56. So you can either use your mouse and just type, 56, or you can use the numpad on your keyboard and enter 56 and just say okay. And we made $56. And she wants to buy all these. Left click. Now let me show you another tip. I'm still holding left click. You can actually just move up and while you're still holding left click and just target her money, and then it takes it from her. And then she's paying with exact change. She's an amazing person. And when you're making change at the register, you just kind of left click on the dollars or the coins that you need, and it tells you, it'll update this row right here where it says change. you see like this is how much change you need to give them where it says change, and then this is how much you're giving them back. We don't need to give them back anything, so you just push spacebar and you're done. And I was just holding left click, I aimed at his card, and I'm just going to type in 59.5, enter, boom. We had 3 customers come in. Look at this. We've already made a ton of money, and we're about to level up our shop. So right now they just want us to complete 5 checkouts. Easy enough. All right, this guy needs $6 back. You can see it says he gave us a 20. The total cost was 14. The change is 6. You don't need to do any math. Just look at the change row and then give him a 5. Wait a minute. That's too much because I gave him 2 5s. If you give him too much, you right-click on the denomination that you want to take back. So now we've given him $5, $6, oops, 7, right-click back. My mouse is like giving too much change. Now I'm going to push spacebar, boom. She says, good price, got to take one of these, so she's happy with the price. And I'm just going to just ring her out. I mean, these people are going hog wild. By the way, we leveled up to shop level 2, and I'm going to take her card, 45, 50. Now it says grab card packs on the shelf and open them to get new cards. So we'll do that in a moment. This guy needs $1 back. There you go. So what they're telling you is that you can open your own card packs, and this is where the real fun of the game comes in. I'm going to just walk over here and right click to pick up one of the packs. And then you could see usually whenever you have contextual controls, they will go in the middle center of the left of the screen. And I'm just going to push R to open the pack, and then left click again. And you can see I got all these cards. It's showing you the new cards that you're getting. It's showing you the value of the cards. We actually got $8.32 worth of cards from a pack that cost us $1.74. So you could see that this is a great way for us to make money. Now, we can't make money on it yet. I'm going to ring out these customers before I open any packs, because we can't sell our singles. But once we can sell cards, we can make money on the rare cards that we get. So you can actually right-click and then right-click again to pick up more packs. So now I'm holding 2 packs. They want us to open 3. And I'm just going to push R, and I'm going to open this up. So you're going to see this animation all the time of opening cards. And currently, it's dinging every time I open a new card or a card that's extremely valuable. So the game will pause if you open a new card or if you get a card that's $10 or more. But you can adjust these settings pretty dramatically. So at the beginning of the game, I don't mess with it because I like seeing all the cards. It's fun to see what's out there. But if you get bored and you've been opening a lot of packs, I'm going to show you how you can adjust this. So this blue pack that we're opening is the basic set. And exact change, I love you. It is the least valuable. So you're not going to get, extremely expensive cards, but it's still good, and it's a constant moneymaker. By the way, you'll notice you do have a 50-cent piece in your drawer. That's kind of an unusual change piece for Americans, but it's right there. Oh, right-click there. Now they want us to buy a play table and put it in the shop. So what's the play table? I'm going to push tab, and let's talk about, I'm just going to talk about these icons as they come up. To get a play table, you need to go to the second icon that has the shelf that says My DIY, and a play table is right here, and it costs $200. And what this does is allows people to come into your store and play your card game that you're selling packs for. So I'm going to click on this, and it's $200. I will buy it. We got 5 experience. I'm going to push escape. This guy needs rung up. Let me do that really fast. $28. Awesome. And when you buy furniture, you get like these giant boxes. You just left click on them like normal, and you push R to open it, and then it goes to this screen. Now, for furniture, you don't need to buy a license. You can just buy them. And we're just going to set this, and you can rotate this furniture piece using the mouse wheel, or you can just rotate it using R and E. You could push C if you want to put it back into a box. And then, as long as it's a valid location, it will be green. So I'm going to put it back there in the corner. Now, there's a line forming, so we need to get to these people. As far as I understand it, customers will get upset if they have to wait in line too long, but I don't know what effect it actually has. I've seen the line be incredibly long, and people are patient. I've never seen people just not stand in line or leave the line. So they might be grumpy, but they usually buy stuff. Now, I don't know. It's hard to quantify what their dissatisfaction actually does to their purchasing behavior. I haven't figured that out yet. But they seem to be able to wait for a good amount of time. Now, you see these guys are playing the game. Like, these two dudes came over, and they're just hanging out and playing, which is great. And I could buy some more cards if I wanted to. But let's go ahead and push tab and open up our phone and go to stock order. Because we're now shop level 3, we could buy a license for basic card boxes if we wanted. We could also go to accessories and buy cleanser. Cleanser is important for if customers have the green cloud of stink on them and you want to spray them down so they don't smell. Sometimes, if customers are too smelly, $9.50, here you go. It will cause other customers to leave the store or not even come inside. They'll be like, it stinks, I'm not coming in, and then you lose business. So you definitely want to spray them down. I just went over here, by the way, and on the wall there is a light switch. So once it gets to the afternoon and evening, it gets dark, so you just turn on the lights. I don't think there's any actual reaction by your customers based on it being lit or not and their dissatisfaction, but I just like having the light. Now I'm going to go back here to my DIY, and I want to buy a card table, a shelf. These all look great. The card table is $400, and this is what allows you to sell singles. So let's just buy this right now. $400. I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to open it, and I'm going to put it right here in the window to kind of entice people to come in and buy these cards. And then once I have this, you can come over and you can left click to put a card out for sale. Now, this is your album, and your album, you can actually close it by pushing R. You can always get to it by pushing R at any time. And it usually sorts things by price. So the most expensive card goes over on the left. And you can change pages by clicking A or D, and it shows you how many copies of each card you have and how many cards you have. And it's 6 p.m. I'm going to go ahead and sell this expensive card and see if anybody wants to buy this shiny card that I got. So it says it's worth $3.91, but check this out. I'm going to put it out, and it needs a price. Just click on the green tag for the price, and just like before, we're going to try to sell this for 10% above market. But instead of clicking market price and then clicking 10%, if there is no price set, you can actually just click 10% and it automatically does it. And I'm just going to say done. And she wants to buy a couple packs. Sure, here you go. And she needs $3. You got it. Now, I have $560 and we've let some customers play in the shop. Another thing that you can actually do is you can open up your album and then you can take out cards with right click. And like, let's say I want to take out all of these cards. I'm going to try to sell every card that I have that's over $1 in value. So these 4 cards, I'm going to then close my album, but you see I'm still holding these 4 cards. And now I'm just going to left click this display stand and it lets me just put out these cards like that instead of doing it one at a time, and it's a way to save time. And as soon as you've like sold the card before, I'm just going to click 10%. You see that guy bought that card. He just put it in his bag. All right, there we go. And so now I'm going to man the cash register. $2. And this guy wants to buy that shiny card. And so he's going to pay $4.30 for it. And $15.70, you got it, buddy. The game will not let you ring people out for less than you owe them, but you can overpay them if, you know, you don't want to use pennies and just want to pay them quickly. Now, it is worth mentioning a few things. Number one, as far as I understand it, if you don't have the item priced, they can't buy it. In Supermarket Simulator, if you didn't price it, they could buy it at stock price, which was brutal. But I think in this, they just won't buy it until you price it. Prices also fluctuate. So, like, card prices change day by day, and so do the market prices for packs. So each day you kind of want to check these things. But usually you don't have to do it that closely unless people start saying, like, oh my god, this is too expensive. But sometimes you'll find that you're like way underpriced and you could be making more money. So it might be worth your time to do that. Now I'm going to open up a couple more packs. But let's actually wait. Let me put these back. You can always, by the way, this is super important. If customers start coming in and like you have a big stack of packs that you want to open, you can get out of it by just going over and putting them away. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to push escape and go to settings. And then right here, it says open pack. And I'm going to left click and I'm going to turn off show new card. I'm going to keep auto next card. And I'm going to speed this up a little bit to in the middle. You could speed this way up or you could keep it slow. But as you play the game more, you might say to yourself, you know what, this is taking way too long to open packs. I want to, you know, speed it up. And this will, if you turn off show new card, it will still stop at expensive cards, $10 or more, but it'll go faster and not stop at every new card. You could change your currency type here as well, by the way. There's some cool settings. And I am now done, I think. Did you save that? You did. All right. And so I'm going to like buy 2 packs. And I'm going to go over here. I'm just going to open these. Now watch this. Look how fast I opened that. And I got a bunch of new cards. I didn't get anything fantastic, but I'm flying through this pack. This was a newer feature that was added to let you speed it up even more. It's fantastic. All right, this guy wants to buy a bunch. Click on the cash register to log in, and then take his money, $1.50. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to push R to open my album, and I have 2 cards that are over $1. It is not worth your time to sell cards that are under $1. Honestly, you shouldn't really sell cards that are, you know, under $2, but right now it's so early that it's okay. I'm just going to pick up these 2 cards, push R to close my album, and then I'm just going to click on spots. By the way, you can click on spots like across the table from you. And I'm just going to go 10%. And here we go. Okay, perfect. Now, it's 9 p.m., so even though we're open, nobody's going to come in anymore. At 9 p.m., everybody pretty much knows that they can't come in from the outside, even if you leave your shop open. And they will eventually leave your shop. But if they're playing a game, they might stay after 9 p.m. to finish their game. And those people who are playing a game, they might actually want to buy stuff. So you see how it says at the bottom center of the screen, push enter to start the new day? Don't start the new day until everybody's out of your shop, because they might want to buy something. Now, currently there's a bug where sometimes there'll just be like one person sitting at the table with no game in front of them. That person will never leave and is not going to buy anything, so you can close the shop if there's just that one person there, or anybody just sitting by themselves. But if there's 2 people who are playing, wait for them to actually finish. This accomplishes 2 things. They might want to buy something, and I'm going to push tab and show you this. We've talked about stock order, and we've talked about my DIY, but let's talk about some other buttons. In the bottom left, there's this button, manage event, and this tells you what event you are running in your store that people are playing. So what this means is they're not playing for free. These people are coming in and they're playing standard format, and they pay you $7 an hour to play at the table. This is one of your biggest moneymakers, is this passive income generation by just having play tables, because people will come in and they'll just sit there and play all day and they have to pay you this fee. So you'll see when they stand up, there'll be like a dollar amount that flashes above their head, which is how long they played and how much money they're paying you. As you level up, I can click edit on this format button. Currently, I can only have standard, but you level up the game formats by having people play games. So if I get to 50, I can unlock pauper format. And usually the higher formats give you more dollars per hour from your customers. They might cost you an amount per day to organize and run, but it's worth it. This is free to run, and we just get $7 an hour. And every game format that you're running has an effect. So this one says random rarity pack and card price might increase, but it also might decrease. So, you know, whatever. There's just ebbs and flows. So this is our event. You just click confirm event. That's fine. Now, the other buttons, let's talk about these while we're here. Reno Big, this hammer, is how you make your shop bigger. So you could pay $300 right now to just make your store bigger. We don't need to make it bigger right now. Do not make your shop bigger until you can't fit any more play tables or any more shelves to sell items in your shop, and you need to expand, because if you do expand, you have to pay more rent per day. You do have a daily rent cost that you need to pay. So it goes up if you expand. So don't expand until you absolutely need to. It doesn't, as far as I know, bring more customers into the shop to have a bigger shop unless you have more variety of items. What brings people into the shop are play tables and different items for them to purchase. So what you want to do is just get a nice variety of lots of different items to bring people in. It also seems to feel like your shop level influences that, but that could just be my imagination because it's proportional to variety of items. So this is where you come to make your shop bigger, and each successive expansion is more expensive than the next. All right, then let's see. You also have this feature. You can go to settings here, which we already talked about, which is escape. This button, TCG price, this is kind of useful, but it's generally just information overload. Because there's just too many things to look at. But if you want to know the prices and how they've fluctuated, you can see if the prices, for example, basic card packs have gone up or down, and then make adjustments. So you could see like, oh, okay, the red arrow means it went down, the green arrow means it went up. But this also shows you cards, and this is where there's 110 pages of cards, right? I mean, there's like so many things to look through, but you can find the information there. Go Recruit lets you hire employees for your shop, but you need to have at least shop level 10 to hire the first employee. And to be perfectly honest with you, this first employee that you can hire and the second employee are so bad that they're probably not worth hiring. I hired them in my Let's Play just because I wanted some automation, but they are laughably slow at everything that they do. Even though it says normal speed, they're so bad that it's probably just not worth it. And you want to wait until you can at least get this guy who's fast, or this guy who's very fast at the checkout, which is amazing. But close this. Then you can see pay bills. And this tells you your rent, your electric bill, and your salary for your employees. Now, we have no bills right now, but it gives you a feel for like how much your bills are going to be. You can pay them early, and if you want to, but from what I understand from other players, like generally just let the bills get paid every day and don't pay them early so you have more money available to grow your shop. And that makes sense, but just be aware that these bills are sitting here and you can always come here to look at them. And we are now, we're cruising, by the way, because it's 9 p.m. Another reason you don't end your day is because you can use this time with time frozen to restock your shelves, to open packs, make adjustments, move things around, whatever you want to do. Remember how I said don't kick people out of the shop? Another reason you don't kick them out of the shop is because they're paying per hour to play. So if you let them hang around for a bit, then they pay more before they leave. So you get a little bit more extra money out of them. Now let's say speaking of moving things around, I wanted to move this shelf around. You'll notice how when I get close to it, it says push Q to move it. If I push Q, I can just pick this shelf up, and I can put it wherever I want. Now, this game has snapping, so you can like snap this over to be right next to your table, or snap it over here to kind of like be next to this guy. But I'm going to snap it against a wall and leave it sort of where it was. I mean, I'm just going to put it as far back as I can. And if you pick up a shelf, it just keeps all the items on it, and you can just put it back down. What I want to do before we open again tomorrow is spend all this money so that I can put some more inventory out. I need some more booster packs, but I'm going to push tab and go to stock order. And I want to unlock this license for the basic card box. Now, here's an incredibly important tip, and I have lost so much money on this, it's brutal. Let me save you some money. As of right now with the game, never buy this license. So every pack will let you buy a quantity box of 32, or you could buy like this jumbo box that has 64. The issue with the jumbo box is that it's the same unit price. So the only thing you do by buying it like this is save potentially on shipping because it's in one box, or it's just one box to carry around instead of having to make 2 trips outside to carry 2 boxes. But that is not worth the license fee. Like, at first it's $50. You might not think that's that bad, but even with the next rare card pack, it's $500 to just unlock this, or $900 for the epic card pack. And skip this every time. You do not need it. It's the same item as this. It's just giving you more in the box. So you're not letting your customers down by not having this. This currently has no real purpose other than to burn your money. However, boxes are important because it's a different item type. You inside the box are booster packs, but many customers just want to buy a box. And if you want to open packs, I like opening boxes better than packs because it's actually cheaper per unit for you. So I'm going to buy this. So when you have the shop level available and you want to buy something but you don't have the license, instead of this big green shopping cart button, because we already have the license, they will have the licensing fee, and it says purchase a license to unlock the product. So we have to pay $150, and then now we can buy 4 boxes, and it costs $64. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to add this to the cart, and then I'm going to add the basic card pack to the cart. And now I have 2 items in my cart, and it's going to be $5 shipping, and I'm going to buy this like so. Then I'm going to push escape, and I'm going to go out. It's after hours, but the items are still here. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to... Sure, I'm going to put packs down here. Now watch this. You can right-click to take the packs off of this shelf, and I'm going to click over here, and I'm just going to start kind of filling up these shelf spaces. And then I'm going to pick up my box of boxes, and I want to put them up here. Now currently the tag says it's booster packs, but if I left click, if the shelf is empty, even if it has a tag on it, if it's a 0, you can put another item on top of it and it will overwrite it. And I'm going to dump this in here, and we need to set the price. I'm going to set the price, and I'm going to go 10% above market, and it's $28.67. So I'm just going to make this $28.75, nice and round. I could actually probably just make this $29. It's not a huge increase. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay. So I always like to get it as round as possible, around that 10% mark. You can go slightly above 10%, and as long as you don't see every customer saying like, oh God, it's too expensive, then you're fine. Now I'm actually going to buy another box of boosters and another box of boxes. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to buy it. And it takes me down to $255, which is fine, because I'm also going to go to My DIY, and I'm going to buy another play table. Now, I go down really low on money. and I might go negative on money tomorrow, but that's okay, and I'll show you why. I'm going to bring in this table, and you see how you can just, I'm going to actually pick this up. I open the box by pushing R, and then you can just move it, and it will snap right next to the other table. You want to have as many tables as you can fit, because this brings more people into the shop, and the more people who are playing will pay you $7 an hour to sit here, and they will have the potential to like come around and buy stuff from your store as well. So you want to bring people into the shop with these play tables. I'm going to buy these. I'm going to get these boxes. I'm going to put them up here. So I kind of like to organize things where you've got the boosters and then you've got the boxes by them, maybe on the same shelf. You do not need to dedicate this much space to booster packs. Typically 2 shelves will do. I'm just doing this, or even 1. I'm just doing this right now because we don't have very much stuff that we can sell. Okay, so I've unloaded all of our inventory. But before we open for the next day, I'm just going to right-click this box. I'm going to show you what this is like. I'm going to go back in here. I like to look at the shop. I'm going to push R to open this box. And you see, it just puts a bunch of packs in your hands. And then I'm going to just push R to open the packs again until you get to this, and then left-click. And we're going to just fling these cards off. You can go much slower than this to look at the art, see the names and everything like that, but you can also just look in your album to see all the cards. And I'm speeding it up because I don't want to take forever for the tutorial, but look at that. We got that card on the end, the shiny, is worth so much, and there's a gold card, so the border of the card affects the value. So you can see we got the 2 gold cards, we got a shiny foil card, and then the card with the kind of black and white border is a first edition, so it's worth more. So I don't want to take up too much time with our tutorial just opening packs, so I sped this up, and you can even go faster. But the reason I'm doing this, look at that. First card over $10. We just got a card that's worth $17.65, so we could sell it for much more than that. This is huge. This is why this game is so fun. You're opening packs, trying to spike big, and this is nothing. Like, later, you're going to get cards that are worth hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's amazing. And it's the best way to kind of spike your revenue. Now, overall, though, you tend to make more money on people playing at your tables and buying items until you get a lot of... But that's the consistent money driver. But every once in a while, you get these spikes where you get a super rare card that's worth a ton. Like, look at this. We got another card that's worth like $14. We've already more than paid for the cost of this box, and now we're just making gravy on top. Additionally, we're building our collection. And the game right now does not have a card game implemented, but they plan on making this actually a playable game where maybe you can play either, I don't know if there's going to be multiplayer, but you could play AI and make money that way perhaps, or just as another game element. Right now there's no card game to play, you're just collecting. But if I go to my album, you'll see, let me flip the page. You'll see how like some of these I have like 2 or 3 copies. Once you start to, like this guy, I have 5 copies of this card. Once you start to get a lot of copies, you're going to just have more cards than you need. But what's cool is if I go to tab and I go to stock, oh, not this button, my DIY. If I go down here, there is this item that you can buy called the Workbench. And this lets you actually sell cards in bulk. So you could sell all of your common garbage cards that are $1 or less in price in a big bulk box to make some money. It's a cool feature that you can do that, but I'm going to tell you what, do not buy the Workbench until way later into the game. I raced to it. I thought it was going to be awesome. It costs $1,000, and you can sell 100 cards for maybe $10. So people don't really buy those that often. It takes a lot to get 100 cards, and you're going to have to sell 100 boxes to make your $1,000 pack. So it's actually not currently that great, but it's a cool feature. Like, maybe it'll get better later. You're far better off buying shelves and getting new inventory to sell, or even more card tables you know, and play tables and stuff than the workshop, but it's a cool thing that you can do. So now I'm going to just open up my album with R. I'm going to push A to go all the way back to the first page, and I'm going to just pick up all my really, really pricey cards. Okay, and I'm going to close the album. I don't know how much space I actually have, so I'm going to try to just, you know, put as many on here as I can. All right, that's all I've got for now. So I'm just going to open my album, and that will put the cards away. And I'm just going to sell everything I've got, 10%. Boom. I do not finesse these prices very much. So you can round these up if you want for your cash register, but I typically just try to squeeze as much out of the singles as I can. And deal with the fact that they cause uneven prices at the register. Okay, so now we have this fully stocked. We're at $55. Let's start the next day by pushing enter. When you do this, you get this report, and it tells you very well, you know, how many people came in, how many people you checked out, how many people were dissatisfied, how much money you made, how much you spent, and look at this right here. I mean, it tells you that we made $47 just from that one play table yesterday. We made $500 almost and $50 selling boosters, and we sold one card. We had 4 dissatisfied customers, but that could have been for a variety of reasons. It could have been because they were looking for either a place to play and we didn't have it, or a card pack type that we didn't have, or they thought, you know, they wanted to buy singles, or it's hard to really tell exactly what dissatisfied them, but I don't worry about that. Next day. So now it goes from day 1 to day 2. Now, if I push tab and I go to bills, you can see that I have $50 of rent due, and it's due in 7 days. As far as I understand it, if you don't pay your bills early, then each day it'll just, when you start the day, get deducted from your pool of money. But do not worry. If you don't have enough money, you just go into the red, and or the negative. Now, that is bad because you can't buy new items. So you can't buy anything if you're negative, but it's okay because as soon as people come in and buy stuff, then you'll be back out. Now I'm going to open immediately. Customers come right away. I mean, these people just ran in. They're like, "Oh my God, get me inside." So he says, look at this. He just bought all of our boxes. Look how much money we just made. These dudes are buying boxes on boxes. So this guy is spending $75 in one go. We're immediately out of boxes and we need to buy more. Oh, too much change given. Now, why is that? Oh, no, he paid with exact change. Derp. I was looking at the total. Okay, so just right click, and they wouldn't even let me do it. The game protected me from just giving that guy $75. There we go. So I'm trying to talk to you, and I misread that, but the game saved our lives. Look at this big spender. $130 in exact change. I love you, hoodie. All right, and he's buying a not very expensive card. Oh my God, I looked at the total and not the change. What have I done? All right, so I'm immediately going to push tab and go to stock order, and we need to buy more boxes. I'm going to buy just 2 of these. Now, I don't have a place to put this, so I'm just going to throw my box on the ground with my box inside. Do not worry about that. I'm going to tell you why. Number 1, no one will ever steal that box of your item, and it will never despawn. So if it's inside your store, this will always be here. Number 2, it does not upset the customers in any way. They can walk over it, around it, as far as I've seen. They don't care. So it's not doing anything negative. It's just there, and you can use it when you need it. All right, great. We're shop level 4. You can see we have an open space. I'm just going to click here, and I'm going to sell another expensive card, 10%. Do it. Okay. Well, I'm going to solve this problem myself by just opening it up. I love opening packs. We get experience from doing it. And we get cards that we can sell. Now this dude is here and he wants to buy. If I wanted to, I could push R, and you see I'm holding 4 packs. I could just go put these on the shelf and check this guy out. And in fact, I will. I'll just show you. I'm just going to put these back, and then I could just stop what I'm doing and just ring this guy up so he's not upset for waiting too long. Ding. There we go. All right. I'm going to throw this box away. Actually, I'm going to start consolidating. So what I'm doing is I am starting to pick up these packs so I can make room on my shelf. I only need 2 shelves dedicated to this. And what item am I going to buy, you say? I'm going to go to stock order. I'm going to go to accessories, and I'm going to go buy this cleanser. I'm going to buy one of these. I'm actually going to buy another one of these. Oh, I don't have enough money yet. I got to ring this guy up. Thank you. All right, so now I have enough money. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to stock order. It stays in your cart, and now once you get enough money, you can buy this. Why am I buying cleanser? Cleanser is used to spray off stinky people, but also people buy it, and it sells well. Look at this. You make $7 every time you sell one of those. So, I mean, it's a huge profit margin on this cleanser, and I'm going to put 2 of these down. All right. We got to line up. Okay. Hello. Great. Ding. Okay. Oh, she bought some stuff. Okay. There we go. All right, so now I could come back and I can look at my inventory and I can open a box. Go back to what I was doing. They're playing, by the way. This is filling up our task. We need 10 people to play the game. So I'm not going to check this guy out yet. Oh, that was a good pack. We made, yep, a little bit of money. Okay. You know what? A thought just occurred to me. Let me go fix something really fast. Hello. So this guy bought like all kinds of stuff. He bought packs, he bought singles, great. I'm going to go to my freshener. This price is not round. I'm just going to make these $17. If people say it's too expensive, then we'll adjust it. Now this is almost empty, so I'm going to push R, and I'm going to make sure I'm just going to right click every single one of these that's... Now I want to sell things that are above $2. All right, Everybody's playing, which is great. And I'm just going to price these up. Some of the cards, if we've already sold them, it will remember the price, which is great. I'm just going to kind of price it up. Now, each day, you can come back and check your price. And actually, let's talk about that. What about the price of packs? I have it for $3.50. What's the market price? The market price is now actually $3.55. So I could, at 10% plus, so I could actually go higher, but I'm fine with $3.50 because it's easier for me to make change. I could make it $3.60 if I wanted, but I'm not going to. All right, so this guy's verifying that the price on cleansers is fair. All right. It's getting dark-ish. I'm going to turn on the light. We need to order some boxes. Actually, we need to order 2. I always buy more boxes than I need because I like to open boxes. So I'm just going to throw this on the ground. And what's this? Empty box? Yeah. And I'm going to just right-click and take a box. Even if it's face down, you just right-click, take stuff out of it. Left-click, you can put it back in there. The other nice thing, obviously, about speeding up card pack opening, that was a great pack, beyond the fact that it's just more convenient for you, it actually takes up less time for your customers, too, so you can get back to the register faster. We can even go faster than this if we want. But Sunglasses Guy is going to wait for us. He's told me that. All right, what you got, buddy? 3 packs. All right. Fine. Uh-oh, we got a stinky person. Right-click the cleanser. Push R. Left-click to spray him. Okay. And you see the stars come out. So if you see that green cloud, that's a stinky person. You pick up your cleanser, you with right-click, you push R, and then you get to the spray mode. You hold left-click to spray them, and then they'll swat it away, but once the stars appear and the green cloud disappears, and at the bottom there's like a gauge for how much is left in this. But you could put it right back on, push R, and then put it right back on the shelf to sell it. It's pretty funny. The game does remember how much you've sprayed, though, so it's not like you get a fresh one every time. It's keeping track. I'm going to open my album. I'm just going to pull out the expensive cards that I've got and start putting them down. Oh, I don't even have that many places. I miscalculated. Okay, that's fine. R again, close this up, give this a price. There. Okay, so we completed the play, and now it says they want us to complete 100 checkouts is just the next goal. And these goals are just like generic progress goals. It's fine. I'm going to push escape. I'm going to go to settings. And we're going to go full speed and see what that's like on the box of cards. Actually, wait. Let me put that back here. I got another box down here. Yeah. All right, let's open them. Hilarious. You can't even see them. But that's okay. It'll stop if we spike a massive card. We're getting some good cards, just nothing insane. All right, this guy wants to... Ooh, look at this guy. I like your style. $75, please. Thank you. $17.50 it is. We need more boxes. And regular packs as well. So I'm going to push tab I'm going to go to stock order. I'm going to buy boxes, add to cart. I'm going to buy regular packs, add to cart. Check it out. This guy wants to buy. You got it, buddy. I'm telling you, this, I don't know why, but this cleanser sells so well. Always have a lot of this. You need it for your customers, both to buy and to deodorize. All right, let's put a card out here. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to, it says, okay, this is the guy that I was talking about, the single guy. This dude will sit here forever. He's not playing. He's generally being shifty and creepy. He is not going to buy anything, so you could close the store if it's just him. I'm going to open another box while these guys finish their game. They might want to buy something. So we got, you know, this is an $11 pack. Nice. Another good pack. Another $10 pack. Remember, we're paying like $1.74 per pack, so anything over that is a win. Hey, and we got an $18 card. Fantastic. All right. So let's see. This is these are packs. We have enough packs. We're okay on cleanser. The next thing we want to buy is a shelf so that we can get some more inventory. But we are doing really, really well. We're already up to shop level 5. We have 2 play tables. We have 3 different items. We have a card table, and we are on. They have paid and they're leaving. They might buy something, but I'm not sure. No, this guy already bought something. Okay, they're leaving, so we can end the day. So let's push enter and end the day. That makes the solo guy have to leave. And you can see we actually had a profit. We made $151 on people playing the game, $75 selling singles, and $726 of just cash on items. How about that? Excellent. So here we are, day 3, and we can, you know, get going. But I think this is a good place to end the first episode of this Beginner's Guide series to TCG Shop Simulator. I hope that you have found this to be useful and fun. If you have any questions, please put those in the comments below. I do read all the comments, and I would love to help you out. And I will check you in the next episode. This is going to be a guide series so that we can show more content. And we will kind of get further into the game to describe events, actions, and strategies as they emerge. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Take care.